pharmacy owners, Dr. Lisa Faast here, and I'm making this video because obviously I want you to have a gangbusters 2025. And I love planning, I love setting goals, but I had thought I'd give you a little bit of a fun framework to think about how might you want to think about the changes that you're going to make in your pharmacy. Because if you want different results than last year, you have to change something, right? Like you have to change some sort of variable. And so it's like, kind of how do you categorize all the different changes, right? Like there's a ton of things you can do in your pharmacy, and your job as the pharmacy owner, as the pharmacy CEO, is to prioritize those changes. Which ones are going to have the biggest impact? Which ones are going to make your life better, make your patients' lives better, give you a bigger bottom line at the end of 2025 than your previous year. So this framework comes from, it's nothing new in that sense that I created this. So I'm not taking credit for that, but my daughter, I have a 7-year-old daughter, as many of you know, and she had a sleepover this past weekend. And whenever she has a sleepover, she has a private little TikTok channel, and they make loads of TikTok videos. Like they dance, they have fun, like it's so cute. And I love, as a mom, just sitting there watching them. And one of the videos they did was the little question things that was like, kiss, marry, or kill. And it was a whole bunch of celebrities, and they went through and, you pick the celebrities, which one you want to kiss, which one you want to marry, and which one you want to kill. And it was just humorous. I love that kind of mom stuff. But it's very practical for business owners and pharmacy owners. And you're not marrying or kissing somebody. Now, the framework for pharmacy owners from this is keep, kill, or start. So think about all the things you want to change in your pharmacy and categorize them in one of those 3 buckets: keep, kill, or start. So let's go through those 3 buckets. Keep. What things should you keep doing? What's working well? What do your patients love? What do your employees love? What do you love? Like, what is working well? And like, you need to keep doing it. Maybe you're taking half-day Wednesdays off, and that's really awesome. Maybe you implemented a bonus program and your employees really like it. Maybe you started doing point-of-care testing, and that's doing really good. Like, evaluate what's working. And you want to put all of those things in your keep bucket, because those are things you don't want to lose, you don't want to get rid of. Those are working, right? The next bucket is kill. What do you need to stop doing? I will tell you that this bucket is so often overlooked by business owners. You can get so much further ahead by actually stopping the things that are not working. Now, for a lot of pharmacy owners, this past year in 2024, the things that they killed was negative margin prescriptions, particularly brands on Medicare. They just stopped filling them. Many of them transferred to mail order. I highly recommend that strategy. But what else do you need to kill? Maybe you have a bunch of employee overtime that you need to solve for and get rid of. Maybe you have patients that don't pick up the prescriptions and your return to stock is really, really high. And that's draining and wasting a whole bunch of resources having to return to stock prescriptions. So think of all the things in your business that you just need to kill. It is an anchor on your business. It isn't doing anything for you, and it's costing you time, money, or energy that none of us have an abundance of, and you need to kill it. All right. Then in the next bucket is start. What do you want to start in your pharmacy? What is going to make a difference that you think is going to impact your patients, impact your bottom line, improve your employee experience and morale? What should you start? Maybe you aren't doing a referral program and you want to start a referral program so your patients can send more lovely patients just like them. Maybe you haven't started an employee bonus or recognition program and you want to start that. Maybe you want to start doing PTO instead of scheduled holiday days or something like that. Like, what can you start doing? This whole 3-bucket system, keep, kill, start, can really help you kind of define the activities in your pharmacy that you want to change. Sometimes when you have no rules, no guidance, your brain is free to think anywhere. And so therefore it's like thinking nowhere. You don't really have a direction. So I find that these buckets really do help kind of narrow your focus and thinking of the things that you want to change. This becomes your to-do list for the year. Of course, then you prioritize in those buckets of what you think is going to have the biggest impact. And again, sometimes the kill bucket I think is some of the biggest impact moves that you can make is to stop wasting money, time, and resources. Oh, hey, there's my cat. Stop wasting time, money, and resources. Maybe you do turn off services that you don't use. Maybe you're paying for 8 phone lines and you only ever have 4. Like, killing things can be fantastic for boosting your business. Absolutely. So think about that. Think about that framework. What are you going to keep? All right. What's working? What do you got to keep working? What do you want to maybe invest more in, grow? Because it's being awesome for either your patients, your internal customers, your employees, or for you personally or professionally. What are you going to kill? What are you going to stop doing? And then what are you going to start doing that's going to impact your pharmacy? So I would love to hear from some of you. If you want to pop comments down below, let me know what you're going to keep, kill, or start in 2025. I just love hearing what other people are going to be doing in their pharmacy, and I'd love to hear what you're going to be doing. So hopefully that framework was helpful for you. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and yay for TikTok and daughters on TikTok, because it was a great reminder of like that 3-bucket system. Of course, she was kiss, marry, and kill, but you know, hey, let's all have fun, and let's talk about keeping, killing, and starting in our pharmacy. So talk to you next time. Bye-bye.